Hey, what's up guys, it's Fruity. Welcome back to the 17th and final episode of the No Spin Challenge run of the original Crash Bandicoot. I am absolutely stoked to be here, guys. We're gonna have a fantastic time here in this finale because I have tons of bonus content for you before we jump into the final level, Sunset Vista, and the 100% ending. There are a bunch of things I wanted to squeeze in here to this final episode to show off, including the bonus rounds, which I've missed throughout the game thus far. So, for starters, we are going to show off the password system here, so I can get to those bonus rounds that I'm talking about. Square X. I've got my password written down here. Triangle, circle, 3 triangles, square, triangle, triangle, square, X, square, circle, circle, square, square, circle. There we go. Generator room 56% complete. And the reason why I'm putting this password in is so I can show off the Torna bonus for toxic waste, which we didn't get to see last time because the Torna token was in a box that I didn't break. I could have broken it through invulnerability, but I didn't. So I didn't get that token. Unfortunately, this password has only taken us up to Generator Room. I couldn't find one for just Toxic Waste. So I'll just quickly beat Generator Room and I'll meet you guys for Toxic Waste. Alright, let's go. Alright, my friends, here we are in Toxic Waste. Let's go. Let's find those Torna tokens together. I did farm one other Aku Aku mask so I could get the invulnerability here necessary for that old Torna token. So let's go for it. It's in one of the box stacks up ahead, which I missed out on. The left one, I think it is. No, the right one. There it is. Lovely. Now I can do this fantastic Torna bonus. Okay, it's not that fantastic. None of the Torna bonuses are particularly memorable or fantastic, really. Although, one of the better ones, which I think I said I didn't like, but I think I've rethought, is actually the other Torna bonus I'm going to be showing off in this video. Because I didn't beat it the first time around. It was the only one I didn't beat. This one I didn't actually get to because you require vulnerability to get it without spinning. Whereas the other one I just died in. Because it was a tough one, actually, for no spin rules. Oops. Oh well, don't need that Aku Aku for this. Alright, here we go. It's okay, don't need it. There we go, last Torna token. Into the bonus we go. So, this bonus. Can't quite remember how this one works. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna have to jump around. That's okay though. And there we go. See, short and easy. That was that bonus that I didn't get to show you previously. So, yeah, that's how we'd do that. Now, saving my game. Well, I don't really want to save this game. I mean, it's just a one I've used the password for, so let's head back to Toxic Waste and, well, I might as well finish the level on video here, even though we've done everything I need to. Just see if I can make it to the end without dying. There we go. Alright guys, I'll catch you in Jaws of Darkness. Alrighty my friends, so here we are in Slippery Climb. I knew I said I was gonna do Jaws of Darkness next, but I couldn't get a password to Jaws of Darkness, only to Slippery Climb, and this was another one of the bonus rounds I failed, so I'm gonna do it now. Now, I'm putting a save state here at the start, because I really don't want to have to play the whole level again if I fail this. I'm sure you can forgive me for not wanting to do that. So, there we go. Oh, ooh, wasn't expecting that. So this is a tough bonus, but also a really fun one, actually. Okay, I have an Aku Aku mask, so I'm just gonna wait for this to blow up and hopefully it doesn't hit me. Wow, that was the luckiest thing ever. I can't believe it. There we go. Oh, it's a box stack. Well then, isn't that annoying? Well, at least I beat the bonus round. There you go. The easiest way of doing that is actually spinning on top of the bouncy arrow things, and you'll actually stop bouncing up and down. And that makes it a lot easier to get things done there. But of course, no spin run, so I couldn't do that. But yep, now that that's done, I'm just gonna go ahead, finish off the level, and this time, for real, I will meet you at Jaws of Darkness. Great. Just great. What the? Come on. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna do the Cortex bonus here again in Jaws of Darkness. The reason for that being, I felt a little guilty at not breaking all the boxes in the bonus last time we were here. So I think I'll show off the way you can do that. Needless to say, I'll be putting down a save state again at the start of the bonus, because again, I don't want to have to replay the whole level just so I can get back here to show this off again. So let's jump right into it here. So the quote-unquote proper way of doing this bonus now, let's see if I can remember how to do this. It's been quite a while. Ooh! Oh, look at that. An impossible box to break. Wow. Isn't that great? Alright. So this is how you do it. There you go. So, clearly you can't break every single last box in that bonus, because there's one under the frickin' metal thing there, but hey, that's how you break as many boxes as you possibly can in that bonus anyway. So, heading back into Jaws of Darkness, I won't make a cut here because the Tawna bonus is coming up very quickly, right after this, pretty much, when we go ahead in the level. And that was the one Tawna bonus which I actually failed. I didn't access the Toxic Waste bonus, but this is the one I actually failed. So let's get... And I forgot to get the tokens. I wasn't breaking boxes throughout the level. Well, gonna have to reset the level. I'll meet you guys back here when I actually have all the tokens. Okay, so this time I actually got all the tokens, and I can do the bonus. Hooray! Jeez, I'm making this much harder than I really need it to be. Okay, I'm putting down another save state, because again, I've already played through this level twice now. I don't want to have to do it again. We're gonna have to do crazy jumps around. Let's do it. Just leg it, basically. Alright, I'll have to load the state. Can't believe I failed. I actually thought I was going to get this in one attempt. And wow, I failed the first jump that time. Great job, me. Great job. Okay, let's just take this nice and carefully. Jeez, these jumps are actually... Oh, seriously? I failed the last jump? Man, okay, this is definitely the hardest Tawna bonus when it comes to these rules, because literally the whole bonus is just making 3D jumps around the platforms. Alright, there we go, we got it. Bloody hell. That, not an easy bonus. Not an easy one. Pretty fun, though, when you're not having to deal with the no-spin rules. Hello? Oh, wow, we actually showing this off? Oh my goodness, guys, we're actually showing this off. Okay, so this is a glitch. Sometimes when you exit a Tawna bonus, I haven't seen it in any other types of bonuses, just Tawna bonuses. Usually an early Tawna bonus, like on the first island or maybe the second, but sometimes when you exit the Tawna bonus, the game crashes. It doesn't even crash, like as you can see, stuff's still working, Tawna's like turning ahead and everything, but the game just like soft locks. Like it just stops, and the only way of fixing it is literally to reset your game. And it just happens completely randomly. The odds of it happening, again, they're much higher early in your game, but the odds of it happening are high enough that it is a problem, and as you can see, it's literally happened to me here. Not that I really care, because I've accomplished all I wanted to. I've showed off, yeah, 4 of the 5 bonuses I want to. Now all I need to do is the Lost Cities Brio bonus. So I'll catch you guys then when we go to Lost City and do Brio's bonus. See you guys for now. Okay, so here we are, guys, the top level of the Lost City. About to collect our 3rd Brio token to head into that bonus. Here we go. Let's beat this thing. Let's do it. The final bonus round that I need to complete. The final one. Put in that save state again. Alright, let's go. Now this is the one that had that insane jump. No, not quite. Alright, load state. Bloody hell. I don't like this jump. Nope. Alright, let's move the save state to here. Okay. There we go. That's how we do it. Oh, I didn't blow up the TNT though. Too late now. Too late now. But yeah, that's how you do it. Lost City bonus complete. That is it. That is every single bonus round in the game. I have now officially beaten No Spin. And I think I got, well, almost all of the boxes from them. There were those TNTs there. That one really hard box to get in the Labs Tauna bonus. The couple of impossible to get boxes, like in the Road to Nowhere. No, the High Road bonus, Tauna bonus. And that one in the Jaws of Darkness Cortex bonus. Regardless, I'm satisfied with this progress. So, what might be up next, you may ask? Well, actually, there is a little bit of testing I have to do. I might be able to eliminate a couple of other spins, which I previously counted through these runs. So, I will see you guys once I've confirmed that off camera. Okay, so it's time to test the first of my theories about a possible avoidance of a forced spin. And I don't think this one's going to work at all. I just had to test it for, well, my conscience. So these two boxes were previously a forced spin, but I thought, and I'm gonna put a save state here so I can test it. I thought, oh, okay, reload, that you might be able to get behind this guy and hit him, no, and hit him forward into this. Okay, put another save state here. No, okay. No, okay. This isn't working, really, is it? Ow. Didn't even think you could get me from there. Okay, maybe if I fake him out. No, he's way too fast for that. And there's not enough space to work with here. See, I can kill him. I can't get behind him with him still being alive, though. I think this is gonna have to be a forced spin. Yeah, because that guy can break that one, but I really don't think you can hit him forward into these. And even if you could, getting the right angle to break both of them would be insane. So, evidently, this is not a spin which we can eliminate. Right, good to have tested that. It's time to head back. Or actually, I'm going to load state. I want my double Aku Aku. Okay, so I'll meet you guys at the next level where I believe there is a spin which I can eliminate. So here we are on the Great Gate. Now this is going to serve two purposes here. Wait, let me just quickly check something. So basically, I'm going to show off two things here. Yeah, the two things being the Great Gate Yellow Gem skip, and also the, whatchamacallit, oh yeah, testing, because there was that theory I had initially when I was trying to get the gem here, that I could damage abuse off that piranha plant to break that one box in the yellow gem route. So I'm going to test that here with save states, of course, to make sure I can do it. And on top of that, I'm going to show off how you can skip the yellow gem route. So you do not need the yellow gem to get the clear gem in this level. That is why that spin back there on that thing to get up, to climb up the vertical section, that little platform, that's why that spin only has to be counted once. Are you kidding me? Alright, I'll meet you guys back here once I have a double Aku Aku again. So that spin there, to hit that platform, that's not, like, that only has to be counted once. I didn't count that twice in my 4-spin counter, even for 100%, because of the yellow gem skip. Which would mean you would only have to do that spin actually once on a 100% run. I kind of regret not just doing the yellow gem skip the first time I was here to show that off properly, but hey, whatever. It's not that important in the end. But we're coming up to it now, because we're getting close to the end of the level. Oh, come on, did I have to get hit there? Oh, and that's actually really bad. Okay, I'm gonna put a save state here to show off the yellow gem skip, and then I'm gonna have to load it again so I can test the damage abuse later in levels. So basically, you do the same thing as I did in Native Fortress to skip that box tower. You get hit by this, and you go above the camo. And that didn't work, okay? Weird. I felt like it should have worked. I did it the same way I usually do it. Basically, when you get hit, you tap up twice, and that'll get you above the screen. Don't hold down up. That doesn't work, holding down up. Clearly, I held the up button down too much. Just double tap it, or triple tap it. I think I triple tapped it there. But there you go, that's how you get over the end of the level, and you do not need the yellow gem in order to do this. And then, yeah, these forced spins would be on the first run through the level. But of course, you don't need to do them that... Oh, I have to load state, because I need this Aku Aku mask. Just remembered that. Oh, wait. Oh, this could be problematic. Oh, I didn't think about this. This is really bad, isn't it? This is really, really bad. Of course. I hate this. Why does so much have to go wrong? Screw it, there you go, we spawn him. This isn't even the official run through the level if this box is possible to break by damage abusing. So whatever, I'm just gonna spin to my heart's content. Look at that, spin, spin, see? Lots of spinning. I just want to test this time, and if it is possible, then I'll do a full official run of the level. And reduce the spin counter by 1. Okay, so it's this guy. I'm gonna put a save state, we're gonna see how we can do this. I just landed on him. Like, no. 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 He's too slow. If I could just get him to hit me as I'm falling, I could probably do it. If this platform were lower, like, just at the same level. I'm gonna keep trying for a little bit. No. 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 Alright, I'm pretty convinced this isn't possible. Which I'm glad of, because now I don't have to do a full run through the level again. Although, probably I shouldn't be glad of it. It would be nice to reduce the spin counter by 1. But, hey, apparently that's just not gonna happen. I honestly thought this would be possible, but it turns out it isn't. One thing I also feel like I should explain when I was doing the no-spin run for the gem in Native Fortress, I could have damage abused off the monkey to get the last box in that huge box stack, but I didn't have enough Aku Akus left over. Like, in that case, I wouldn't have had an Aku Aku to do another damage abuse to avoid a different forced spin entirely. Because I needed one Aku Aku to damage boost off one of the spike poles onto that first 3 high box stack with the checkpoint. And then I needed another one to damage abuse above the screen so I could go over the big huge box stack. So then I had to force spin the remnants of that giant box stack. And there is an Aku Aku further ahead in the level, so you could say, oh, you could backtrack to that monkey to hit it. But the thing is that Aku Aku is at the top of a tower where you're forced spin to spin those platforms so you can get up to the top, and that would be extra force spins. So basically, yeah, I really did get the minimum number of force spins in Native Fortress. I thought about it, and there's no way out of that. So anyway, with that little explanation out of the way, I hope it made sense. I really hope it made sense what the hell I was talking about just then. Besides that, there's only one thing I have on my to-do list here left to do, so let's go back to the map screen. I literally do have a to-do list in front of me of things to do during this episode prior to doing Sunset Vista. And the final thing here on my list is actually to show off the first 4 bosses' intros, because this was before I thought, you know, pause it so you could see me warping into levels because of the weird way these videos turn out, where you don't see the level for a little bit. But anyway, we're going into Papu Papu, so you can have a little look at the intro animation that occurs. So basically, when you warp into the level, you see Papu Papu, the big fatso, sitting in his chair. And then here, if I unpause, the camera zooms out, and he wakes up, and smashes his mallet. And there you go, that's the opening intro for Papu Papu. I showed off the opening little intros for Nitrous Brio and Dr. Cortex, because I'd thought of this by then. But I'll show off the other three bosses' little intros. Ripperoo's is particularly interesting, in my opinion. So if we come here, it starts out with a bit of a close-up of Ripperoo's crazy face. He has like his tongue lolling out everywhere. He's got yellow eyes, yellow teeth. Oh, I never noticed that before. He's ugly, but in a really cool sort of cartoony way. And he's got a straight jacket on, of course, as I discussed. And he bounces towards the screen. And I'm just going to pause it a little bit because there's actually some cool stuff. You can see like off into the background there on the left behind those trees, a big wide open area. Because this area where we fight Ripperoo is essentially at the top of a cliff. You know, we climb the waterfall that is up the creek and you end up here. And this whole arena looks a bit like a face with those two windows. And we're like inside the mouth. So that's pretty cool. I enjoy that. Heading into Koala Kong next. Koala Kong's is decidedly less interesting than Ripperoo's. Koala Kong's little intro animation thing is really not much. It's pretty much just good old Kong flexing his muscles. So oh, that is such a good freeze frame. Yes, so as you come into the level, he does that little flexing where he's put his arm up in the air. He's like, yeah, boy! Yeah! That's good. It's real good. Alright, back to the map screen. We'll go to Pinstripe next for the last little intro animation. Oh, actually, I just realized I do have one more thing left to do. That's to show off the Jungle Rollers gem skip, which I probably should have done right after Great Gate, but hey, whatever. So, heading into Pinstripe here. Basically, it just starts the fight with, again, a close-up on the boss, Pinstripe, and he's just laughing crazily, maniacally, and shooting everywhere at you. You know, how you do your typical Monday, you know, your typical old Monday. Yeah, there it is. Enough of that, though. So that concludes probably the dullest part of this episode. I don't know, I wanted to show off those little intro animations regardless. Now what we have to do next is show off the green gem route skip in Jungle Rollers. So I've shown you how you actually don't need the yellow gem in order to 100% complete the Great Gate. Now it's time to show you how you don't need the green gem to 100% complete Jungle Rollers. Now do I have two Aku Akus? Not sure if I do. Even if I only have one, that should be good enough to show off the skip, and I do not even have one. Okay, there's one right at the start of the level. I'll just exit the level after this though, but firstly I'm gonna blow up this TNT because I feel like it. Alright, there we go. I'm satisfied. Basically, there's gonna be two Aku Akus so I can get invulnerability, because for this skip you actually need invulnerability. It's funny because you wouldn't want invulnerability for the Great Gate skip, because you would just hit away the turtle, so you can't jump on top of him to do that damage abuse. But here for Jungle Rollers, we do want invulnerability. I'm not sure exactly why it's completely necessary for it, in all honesty, even though this is a skip, which I've done like numerous times, because you really do need to do it for 100% speedrun, which of course I have dabbled in recently. So basically, in order to get up there, I sort of figured this out by myself, which, no, that's completely inaccurate. I didn't figure it out by myself, but like, I was able to figure out how to do it without it being explained. I just saw the skip done in videos, and I was like, oh yeah, I can probably figure that out. And yeah, sure enough, within 5 minutes, I'd pretty much figured it out. It's not actually that hard, so this is the invulnerability we need. So I'll put a save state here, just in case things don't work out. So you get the invulnerability here, and then you run forward in the level. And then you have to jump on top of the boxes that you break here, but you have to be very quick about it. Ah, I see, I screwed it up, but I have another chance. I could do the other side. Yeah, see, I'm up top now. See? Somehow I managed to jump on top. Oh, I just realized I screwed up. Because you need this invulnerability to break the boxes. But whatever, it doesn't matter. So I'm actually up here on top of the ledge above the camera. Now I'm on the far right. You can't see, but I've walked over to the far right. Now I'm going to jump back as far as I can to the left, okay? So I've jumped as far back. Alright, sorry, I got a little bit of an interruption there, but basically, here I am. I jumped as far back on the right side, I think I said left side, but far back on the right side, so I get stopped by that little pillar you see on the right side there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump left and forward a little bit, and you actually land on top of the bouncy thing. So, like that. Now, if I had invulnerability, I could break the boxes up here. Unfortunately, I ran out of my invulnerability, so I'm going to load state and show off the skip properly. So I'm going to do the whole thing in one shot here. Running along, running along. Okay, let's do it. I'm up top, run to the far right, back to the left, and there we go, I broke all the boxes. And you would fall down after that if the green gems weren't there, because if I ride it up, see, this is the box I'm on, and these green gems here caught me after breaking the boxes. These green gems wouldn't be here typically if I didn't have the green gems, so I would have just fallen down instantly. But that's how you do the green gem skip. You do not need the green gem in order to get the clear gem in this level. Actually, you see, you can get up here without invulnerability. Oh, that's what you need invulnerability for. You can get up here without invulnerability, but you can't break the boxes up the top without it. You don't quite bounce up high enough, unfortunately. So that's what you need invulnerability for. And there is, yeah, the green gem route skip and jungle rollers. Happy to have shown it to you. Happy to have shown both gem route skips for you. And it's pretty cool how both gem route skips are in the first two levels with gem routes, because it means that if you screw them up, you know, and have to reset your run, then you don't lose very much, because it's only the second and third levels of the game. It actually means upstream is the first level you can't get the gem on in a 100% speedrun, interestingly enough. Although it is possible in a Taz, I believe, because you can actually stand on top of the water without dying for like a single frame, and you have to do like crazy frame-perfect jumps. What am I doing? I've gone too far along the map. But yeah, that's the final thing that I need to show off. So that is it. We are now heading into the final level of 100% no spin Crash 1. Sunset Vista, the longest, the hardest level in the game. This is why I saved it. But at the same time, it only had like one forced spin, so it isn't going to be complicated or annoying. It's just going to be good old Sunset Vista fun. So here we are, starting off the level, just with a nice old bouncy crate to break. And some flames. So, here we are at the boxes. Oh, whoops. The unexpected and annoying ones that I'm forced to spin. There's the forced spin. Final forced spin in the run right there, my friends. It's so annoying because one of them is an Aku Aku. If any other crate around here was that Aku Aku instead, I could just use invulnerability to break those two boxes. And unfortunately, I can't manage that. I mean, there is an Aku Aku up here further ahead in the level, but it is way too far to backtrack in time. It honestly is. And it's a damn shame that this level has to have a forced spin in it. I mean, it's that one thing that is causing me to have to backtrack to this level. But hey, I'm not too upset about it. Again, it's cool to be able to save this for last, really. I did Fumbling in the Dark last on my first ever 100% run, which was, of course, I did 2 years ago here on this channel. And now I'm doing Sunset Vista as the last one in the no-spin run, and I pretty much consider those two levels the hardest two levels in the game, so it's kind of fitting in that regard. There is an invulnerability I could get from the hidden Aku Aku over there, but I don't think I need it for any boxes up ahead, so I'm not going to worry about it. This bit, the bit with the awful bat cycles. Oh, I thought I might make it. Never mind. It's okay. As long as I stay focused, I should be fine for finishing off the rest of the level. But we still have a ton of it left to go, don't we? We've still got 6 more segments, I believe. But luckily the vertical segments are not particularly hard, really. It's honestly the first and second horizontal segments that give this level its difficulty. Particularly the second horizontal segment. Because that one has so many bad cycles in it, which can really just mess with you, get you killed. Oh, sorry, I meant the third horizontal segment. Although the second one ain't exactly a piece of cake either. The second one's got a couple of tricky patterns you've got to work out by watching a bit. Yeah, this second horizontal segment here is the only horizontal segment in these ancient city levels though that isn't like on the ground floor or the top floor. Like you can't see the sunset-y background. It's just a straight up wall, kind of like the machinery wall in the industrial levels. You can't see any background, just the wall. We need to build a wall. No, I had to make that reference. Sorry, but man, that reference is probably gonna seem like so dated, like 2 or 3 years from now. It all depends what happens in the election, I suppose. Like, uh, I've never died like that. Never. Never. That is actually, oh my god, that, I'm ashamed. I'm so ashamed. Resets. Alright, so here we are again. What was I saying? Alright, yeah, the election. So, I'm recording this at the end of September. Oh, wow, that was weird. And I believe the election is on the 8th of November. I'm, like, not even American, so obviously I won't be voting. But, I'll still be interested to know what happens, because of course, whoever wins is gonna determine not just, you know, the situation in the US, but just worldwide politics in general. Biggest election in the world. Oh, can I? Yes, I can. Yeah, I can just imagine the puns if Trump wins. Trump trumps Clinton. Although everyone's been referring to her as Hillary in all the news, because of course we've already had a Clinton as president. I think it'll be pretty hilarious if she wins just because, you know, a husband and wife both having been president, that'd be pretty just funny to think about in all honesty. Oh, jeez. I mean, you had father and son with the Bushes, but I don't think that's quite as entertaining. Alright, so let's try and not screw this jump up. There we go. That had me nervous. Oh, jeez. And yeah, now this video is gonna look dated in like only 6 weeks' time by not knowing who the new president of the United States is. I find it kind of weird how a president can't run for 3 terms, because I read they changed that after Roosevelt's. Uh, yeah, FDR, because he had 3 terms, and he was actually in his 4th term when he died. He died early in the 4th term. And yeah, they changed it after that, which I find a little odd, because he was supposed to be like, you know, extremely beloved. So, okay, I gotta go after that. Yeah, it was extremely beloved, so it seems weird that like after his time, they'd be like, alright, we don't want any more presidents in for that long. You'd think they'd be like, oh, that was a fantastic president, and he was in for so long, so we'd want other fantastic presidents to be in for that long too. I don't know, the logic doesn't hit with me. So, oh yeah, I needed this invulnerability to get that box stack. Well, turns out I actually couldn't afford to get hit earlier in the level, so good thing I did it, otherwise I would have had to reset the level again, and that would have been incredibly annoying, needless to say. But we're almost done with the level anyways, so that's consolation. This whole episode hasn't been going that great so far. I actually have had quite a few fails over the course of the things I've wanted to do. But we're now climbing towards victory. This is it, the final climb of the game, the final trial, as we approach 100% completion, the final gem of the game. I'm pretty hyped, actually. I am pretty hyped. I guess a little bit sad too, though, because I'm gonna be finishing up playing this game. You know how much I love Crash. It's gonna be sad to see the first game go, particularly since I've already done 2 Let's Plays of it now under different rules. I mean, I don't think there's really gonna be any new rules I can find to do another one. Oh well, there will always be a place in my heart for Crash 1 on this channel. But here it is, the end of Sunset Vista. 100% complete, no deaths. Only 1 forced spin. It's pretty amazing. And here it is, look at our progress fly by. 25 beautiful gems. There goes the green gem. Whew. There goes the orange and blue gem, the red and the purple, the yellow, and finally our 26th and final gem. And it jumps from 98 to 100%, which I find pretty funny because none of the other gems give you 2%, only one. So I like that little extra bonus they give you. And that unlocks all the levels for us, because up to this point we only had up to the lab unlocked, but once you 100% complete the game, it just automatically unlocks the Great Hall and Dr. Neo Cortex for you straight away. Really lovely in that regard. So there it is, our final gem of the game. It's time for 100% completion bonus. Look at all these beautiful gems. I feel the accomplishment, man. I feel the accomplishment. All these colored gems here. And up we go past the lab to the Great Hall. It's time for 100% completion. Incidentally, you don't even have to fight Cortex for 100% completion. You can get all the gems in the game before fighting Cortex, and then get this ending here in the Great Hall without ever finding Cortex. In fact, that's what you do in the 100% speedrun. You do not fight Cortex in the 100% speedrun. Which in a way is kind of lame. I feel like you should have to fight the final boss as a part of 100% completion. I mean, it's a part of the game. It's a pretty big part of the game. Like, you know, it feels like you should have to do it. But anyways, as I mentioned, cool looking level. I wish we could have gotten a proper level like this. One thing I also didn't mention, I mentioned how Slippery Climb, the lab, and the main map theme are like my favorite music of the game. I neglected to mention the Great Halls theme, which is also the credits theme. It's way up there with those other three themes too. I love the Great Halls music. It's the most nostalgic Crash Bandicoot music for me. It just has that feel, you know. I feel like that's what the composer Joss Mansell was going for, just a real triumphant but also sort of melancholic nostalgia to it. But here we go, we come to the end after 20 clear gems, and there's Torna. She's actually wearing green shorts, which is what the prototype had, and her skin's also darker, which is what it was in the prototype too. So they didn't actually change her appearance for the final game, which I find pretty funny. But there we go, we get to the end, and there's a bird from Slippery Climb, and we fly off, not into the sunset this time, but into the dark of the night, and Cortex's castle doesn't burn to the ground, and his plans haven't been foiled. So basically, we are ditching, and he's gonna take over the world. Well, aren't we a fantastic hero? Papu sold the ruins of Castle Cortex to a resort developer. He then used the proceeds to open a big and tall shop on the island. So we get these like post-game little epilogues for each of the boss characters. After intense therapy and 8 years of higher education, Doctor Who went on to write the well-received book, Through the Eye of the Vortex, a study of rapid evolution and its consequences. So yep, he's smarter than he looks. And, of course, evolution is appropriate because he was mutated. Koala Kong moved to Hollywood and landed a motion picture deal of universal proportions. Currently, he's working with a speech therapist to improve his diction. Apparently, he's not a very good speaker. And I like how they say universal proportions, you know, hinting at universal movies and stuff. Pinstripe moved to Chicago, because that's where all gangsters go, where he now owns and operates a citywide sanitation company. He is saving money for his upcoming gubernatorial campaign. I'd never heard of the word gubernatorial before this little epilogue. I really hadn't. After the disappearance of his mentor, Dr. Nitrous Brio rediscovered his first love, tending bar. I love that one. Just look at him pouring all those chemicals together. He'd love tending bar, wouldn't he? And finally, if it'll load. Okay. The world has heard nothing more of Cortex since Crash foiled his plans, but evil geniuses are harder to squash than cockroaches. I love these little text epilogues. They're great. So here we are, flying away, Torna in her final game model as opposed to the prototype one we saw in the Great Hall. One thing I find kind of humorous here is it looks like we're flying away, but Cortex's castle is not moving in the background, so we're actually flying in position. Well then, interesting. Oh man. This Let's Play has been a lot of fun. I loved this Let's Play so much. It's just been so great figuring out, you know, where I don't have to spin and stuff, and just figuring out how many spins you need to beat Cortex, which turned out to be 27, and how many spins you need to 100% the game, which, if my calculations are correct, should be 61. I might find out that I'm wrong when it comes to editing this video, but I believe 61 is right, because I have a count of 60 up to this point. There was only one in Sunset Vista, so there we have it, 61. You'll have to spin an extra time if you want to play Toxic Waste bonus. Oh, no, wait, that's wrong. No, I used Invulnerability to get that one. I just missed it the first time. Okay, so yeah, 61 boxes, and 61 boxes. I'm so tongue-tied. 61 spins, and you can play every bonus in the game, and you can beat every bonus in the game without ever having to spin. Although you can't break the boxes in every single. We can't break all the boxes in every single bonus without spinning, of course. But you can beat all of them, which is pretty interesting. Pretty lovely. But there we go. That's the end of the credits. And once we finish that off, we get booted back to the title screen again. There we go. Now, just going to quickly go on the password screen so it doesn't go to the demo. This is not actually going to be the be-all end-all finale of the series. There will be a bonus episode 18 going up in a day or two's time, where I'm going to take on Stormy Ascent, the cut level from the game, and I'll also take on the prototype version of Sunset Vista, which is essentially the hardest crash level ever. And that's going to be the bonus, episode 18. But even once that's done, I won't be completely done with the game. I will also be doing more bonus videos down the track, which I probably won't count as being part of this Let's Play, but I will be doing some extra videos. I want to do a video where I compare the differences between the Japanese version and the NTSC/PAL version of the game. So that will go down the track, and I also want to have a look at the prototype version as a whole. I might just make that as a separate Let's Play in a few months' time, though, because, you know, there's a lot of differences between the prototype version and the finished version of the game, so that'll probably be its own separate project, though I am going to do the prototype Sunset Vista for episode 18, just because of, you know, how crazy and memorable that level is to do. I want to do it as part of my proper Let's Play, so that has been it for Crash Bandicoot 100% no spin, no/minimal spin run. I'll catch you guys in episode 18 for those bonuses, but until then, this is Fruity signing off.